Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the 270th episode of Twisted Strands. My name is Jeannie, but you can also call me by my Ravelry name, which is JD. This episode brought to you by lack of sleep and Pellegrino that I got last week from the Panera's where Knit Night is. Anyway, welcome. Sorry, it's been a bit of a wait. Work is knocking me out, and I don't have much energy right now. As a matter of fact, I had a wonderful lazy Saturday where I mostly just lay in bed and enjoyed the cool air and watched The Office. It was really a nice day. But today we went to church, and then we went to a local farm. It's like a farm store, and they specialize in apples and apple cider, which I can't tolerate on a regular basis, but they have awesome donuts, and I bought some Indian corn to hang, multicolored corn to hang from the door, to make the door pretty, because Dad immediately took down all the Halloween decorations. He was done. But anyway, yeah, let's get on to it. What does this show have? We have What the Hay is back. That segment is back. Of course it was coming back, even if I didn't start riding again. I've got plenty of hay, because I work in a horse barn where the office section. I'm not an equestrian, really. Got stash enhancement from Rhinebeck, works in progress, and hellos to everybody. So that's basically what the episode's going to be about. And yeah, let's just start with the whips. I haven't been knitting a ton. I really haven't, but I still did knit. I take this one everywhere with me. It's my Mystery of the Trinity shawl. And as you can see, not a great deal was done on it, but in case you didn't watch the last few episodes, here's how far I've gotten. I'm knitting it on a size 10.5 needle, and the yarn is Plymouth Encore. The design, I have my note here about who it's from. It's from the Prayer Shawl Knit Companion. And this one is designed by Michael Zuravel. See? Mystery of the Trinity. And that is my prayer shawl that I'm working on, off and on. And yes, it gets crammed into my favorite knitting project bag, although I have lots of project bags that I love. This is my Slip Stitches Doctor Who bag, Chibis. So that one's a nice one. It's simple enough to bring along anywhere and complex enough that I don't start falling asleep when I'm working on it. Now, this one I don't think I've shown you before, because it kind of went quickly once I started working on it again. I'm trying to improve how I crochet, so sometimes I'm slow, sometimes I'm rapid. And you know me, I like working on amigurumi and toys and such, and I bought a few of those red heart sets to make your amigurumi with. This is a horse bag that I was given by one of the many wonderful people I met at Sock Bunny's retreats when she had them. And this is my little skull, my little sugar skull. Now, the buttons are a new addition, but the eyes are done as the directions say. These are crocheted roses that I found in a tutorial on YouTube. I'm just going to do a simple mouth and a simple nose. And unfortunately, some of the yarn had some irregularities, so hopefully I'll take a white paint pen and get rid of it, or I'll stitch over it something. Maybe I'll make it into a beauty mark, who knows. But I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm trying to improve how I hold the yarn while I'm crocheting because I keep getting flabbergasted or flustered or whatever you want to call it when I'm moving along and crocheting along, and I keep losing the yarn. I can't keep it nice and tense like you should, and that ticks me off. It really does. So anyway, what else? Of course, I don't have a lot of works in progress. I do have a lot of works in progress. What am I saying? What am I saying? I love to play with wool in so many ways, whether it's spinning, knitting, crocheting, weaving, and now I'm been bitten by the felting bug. So when I went to Rhinebeck, I decided I would look for wools and things and get inspired by felting things. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, I had to sneeze. So there was several ways for me to indulge in felting. This was actually a white felt form. I do have the card and the directions. Let me see if I can give you the name of the company. No, I can't. Anyway, they had these felty forms. I'm sorry I lost their card. It was a cute company. They had all kinds of imaginative displays, and at first I was going to do a really gory pumpkin, but then when I started putting a face on it, it started to look all frizzy and cute. So, and it's going to have a huge smile along, and it's going to probably be all feathery and stuff, and then I'll put a stem on it. See? Feathery, not gory at all. I don't know why I strayed from my original design. Maybe I'll make more than one pumpkin eventually. So that's what I'm working on with this. I was working on this all day yesterday. Well, not all day. You know how it is. You pick a project and you decide to do it for a day. That was this week, and I'm gonna call it a her face is, yeah, that was today. And this I've been working on since before Rhinebeck. This is supposed to be a horse. Now this is totally my own design, and I'm not sure if I really like it yet. I think it needs a lot more work. I don't like how the wool looks here. Maybe I could have used some finer wool or something like that, but I'm trying to make it detailed, but not so detailed that a real horse expert would say, you did the nostrils wrong. So, anyway, yeah, but it's got ears that are sort of staying on. He'll get eyes and nostrils and lips, but I've gotten his cheeks to where I kind of like it. This is supposed to be my favorite horse, Bob, but this muzzle is too dark, I think. So anyway, that's me. This is a horse head ornament that I wanted to make. So I'm just really a novice at this thing. And yes, I prick myself several times during a project, and it feels horrible and makes me want to stop. But those are the two woolly things other than stuff that I'm making. So there. I haven't worked on my cross stitch lately. And that is it. I want to start a hat. I want to make a hat with this so bad. I think I've picked out a pattern finally, and I will try and start it once my skull is done. But you know me, I have so many whips that I don't know what the fuck to do with myself, and now I'm working full time again. I'm having trouble with time management during the weekends. But anyway, let's move on to stuff and junk. And stuff and junk starts with what have I been watching and listening to. I've been listening to Fuck This Knit is funny as hell. I love that show. I've listened to Down Cellar. I listened to My Favorite Murder. I listened to The Office Ladies, the podcast about The Office by Jenna Fisher and Angela Kinsley. And Do You Need a Ride? Now, my commute is uber short, so I don't get to listen to a full podcast at one go, unless I'm going somewhere. So, that's a downer, but what the heck, the commute is good. And what have I been watching? I'm watching The Office, Parks and Rec. Superstore? What else? Live PD, and I blame that on Bridget. So, yeah, those things. And, of course, a video podcast of other knitters. I don't have time for that a lot of the time, though. Sorry. Y'all know the good ones yourself. Hopefully I'm on your list. Anyway, what else? What the Hay. Of course, What the Hay. So, finally, after getting an idea of how much it would cost me to get back into riding, I've decided to do Mondays when the stable is closed and only one person is working on her lessons. I'm riding with Liz, and Liz is a force of nature. She's an artist, and she's very fit and very wise for her age, and she impresses me, so I decided to go riding with her, and she kicked my ass on Monday. Excuse me. Sometimes I needed to wet the whistle, I guess. And, yeah, she kicked my ass. I thought I would be cantering and showing off and being all hot shit. But the reality is, it's been 5 years since I've ridden. And, yes, I was doing really well at that time, but that was 5 fucking years ago. And there ain't no getting around that. Some people are natural riders, and they do really well without issues. But that wasn't me. Nope. I found myself grabbing for mane a few times when I was trotting. A little embarrassing. Bit humbling. But I did get to ride Bob, who is my favorite horse at the barn. He is so stinking sweet. He's a Percheron, though, and he's big, and that's part of the intimidation for me, because he's so large. But I walked, I trotted, I'm finally not sore, so I'm going to do it all over again tomorrow, and yeah, so it was good. And what else is going on? Halloween at the stable was really quiet because it was torrential rain. It was horrible weather on the East Coast. In New Jersey, it was just awful weather. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Most everybody canceled their lessons, if there were any, but most of the kids were like, we'd rather be trick-or-treating than riding, so F you. But there were some hardcore kids that came in, and they were dressing up their favorite horses. It was so damn cute. One of the boarders took their little Mustang mare. It's only 3 years old. Such a pretty little horse. And they put angel wings on her and a little halo. And the teenage girl dressed as a devil, and the mother dressed as Wonder Woman, and they were taking pictures. That was really sweet. One or two girls were dressed as Piglet, and I came out of the office one moment to see her wrapping toilet paper around her horse to make him look like a mummy, I think. Either that or, like, TPing a house. But it was a pony instead. So that was pretty cool, and that made my day. It was nice to see them just enjoying their horses instead of just riding. So that was good. Yeah. So that's what the hay for this week. I'll let you know how the ride goes for tomorrow. Oh, let me do the hellos. So I want to say hello back to people that have said hello. At at Rhinebeck, I got to meet Linda, who's LM Colm. Sorry, Linda. I got to meet Alex, or Leeks, and I got to meet Karen Rubin, all who I'm familiar with online, but I never get to see you. And I got to meet Jan, who is Lex's mom, and I did get to meet Clara Parks, and I had her sign my program, so she was really sweet. And let me see. Oh, anyway, thank you for everybody who commented and stuff. Yeah, I'm still pretty sad that Nancy is gone. I kind of didn't want to go to church today because whenever the service is done, I would go and grab a lemonade or a coffee. And little Nancy would be there to talk to, but she's gone now, and I have to deal with that. And a lot of people in our church loved her, so yeah, sucks. Anyway, and I wanted to say thank you to everybody who gave their condolences for that. Thank you. Jeanette K. Hi, nice to hear from you. Hi, Michelle. Suzette, always good to hear from you. Enid, nice to hear from you too. Jan, of course I love hearing from you. Angie's Hip, and Running with Soda. So, that's everybody who commented or said hello on Ravelry or YouTube. So, thank you everybody for saying hello. Let's get on to what I purchased at Rhinebeck. It's not a lot. I was honestly under budget. I went to the biggest barn first, and I bought the form for the little pumpkins, and honestly it's kind of boring, but not boring for me. I found inspiration, and I bought all sorts of, oh that's nice, that's rubbish. I bought different shades of orange and green and red and, oops, sorry. Yeah, you're getting obscured by fuzz. Anyway, I found this bag of awesome fluff. It's just little balls of stuff. Here's the greens and yellows I picked out for my pumpkin project, but this was only $5 for this whole bag of fiber for my felting habit. And then I bought a bunch of white from my buddies at Fiber Kingdom. I like their stand. I've always liked their stand. What else did I like? Anyway, and someone was handing out these at the meetup. Magpie Fibers. It feels really nice. It's worsted weight Corriedale. So, that's really pretty. Thanks for the sample. And what else? Oh, Felted Sky. That's where I splurged. I bought this package of the felting needles. And I bought this pretty thing, this needle felting kit that is for making a picture with wool, so I'm looking forward to using that. So anyway, since I love the beach, it made sense. I wanted to give it a try. And then, well, I went to the Dragonfly Fibers, and they always do these lovely colorways, and I'm always late because I don't always know where they are. I don't remember them, but I'm always like, they sold out. But, I got friends. Friends who love fiber and know where the stand was. And I want to say a big thank you to Stephen Waters, who went out of his way and purchased this for me. This is their Hudson Valley Morning colorway. And Steve purchased it for me, and I want to say thank you so much. I love you. And I'm so glad I got to meet you again. And thank you for the yarn. You didn't have to. I kept offering to pay him back for it, but he refused me. But yeah, I can't wait to figure out what this is going to grow up to be, but isn't it lovely? I like Dragonfly's colors. And it was displayed in a shawl, and I said that would make a wonderful shawl or something. Maybe a cowl. So, thank you. It smells good. And, that's my stash enhancement. I know it's not the most exciting, and definitely not as yarny as previous years, but yeah, sometimes a girl just wants to explore felting. And that's what I've been into, other than the crochet and stuff. But you'll see more of my adventures with wool and cotton and alpaca as winter continues, and I find myself adjusting to my new life as a office manager in a stable full of amazing animals and crazy people. And yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for waiting. I know I get so tired sometimes. I keep thinking of more and more things I want to say, more and more things I want to do for you, for the show. I will get to it. We have time. The internet is going nowhere. And that's it for now. I don't want to keep blathering on and on. Even though that's all I do. Yeah, but a girl needs time to craft, or I won't have anything to show you next week. So anyway, I'll talk at you next week, and remember, whenever you're doing crafts, from the simplest of hats to the most complex of shawls, you're making the world a more beautiful place. And for that, I thank you. I'll talk to you in a week. Thank you for watching me today. Bye.